Hey, this is Dave from the Centurion's Review. I bought Ares magazine. It was the one with the Rescue from the Hive in it, and I noticed there was a Metagaming 1981 spring catalog. Just thought I'd show it to you guys because it's got all these old games that I always talk about, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to see the advertisements for them. It's set up in kind of a weird format. I mean, they got pages going one direction, and on the next page they have pages going the other direction. But this is an ad for the box game Stellar Conquest. I don't have it, but I think it's some kind of 4X game. Next one is God's Fire. I think this is political and science fiction or something. Doesn't sound like a game I'd probably ever buy. And then they have a bunch of these fantasy trip role-playing games. These are role-playing games that use the combat rules from Melee and Wizard. I don't own any of them, but I have owned Melee and Wizard in the past. Here's Advanced Melee, Advanced Wizard, Tolankar's Lair, never even heard of that one. Here's the original Melee. This is a decent game. It's kind of like a one-on-one combat. Well, that's at least how the game itself plays out, but then it's used later in the role-playing system as the combat system. But it's actually pretty good. I liked it. Here's Wizard, same idea except with spells. And then Death Test, this must be one of the role-playing supplements. Death Test 2, Grail Quest. I'll have to buy all these one of these days because I collect this kind of stuff. Treasure of the Silver Dragon, I've heard of that. Security Station, I think this is the one where you go into the future or the past or something. Here's Chitin. This is a micro game. I haven't played it yet. I own it. Looks like some kind of insectoid combat or something. One day I'll get a chance to try it and I'll make a review of it. Next thing they have is Warp War. I played that years ago. Well, if I recall correctly, is this the diceless game I'm thinking of? I don't know if this is the diceless spaceship combat system or not. If it is, it's one of the worst micro games I've ever played, but I'm not sure if this is the one. But be careful when buying this, because if this is the game I'm thinking of, you don't want it. Here's Rivets. I just got this yesterday. Basically, robot combat. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like you program robots to go do combat with each other, and you have to go destroy some main computer system or something. Next page is Olimpica, the UN raid on Mars. I have that. I bought it used. God, I can't remember if I've ever played this or not. I'll have to try it out one of these days. This is another one of the million games I have that's waiting for a review. Next one is Ice War. Don't currently have it. I played it with my friend a few years ago. It wasn't bad. It was alright. Over here they have Blackhole. I just ordered this this week. Don't really know anything about it. I'll let you guys know after I try it. Sticks and Stones. Haven't tried it yet. Here's Invasion of the Air Eaters. I got that here. This is another one I have to try. I saw someone put a review of this on YouTube, and they seemed to think it was pretty decent, so I got kind of excited when I saw the review, so I'd like to try it myself when I get time. Boy, this is a really weird rule book with everything facing different directions. Is this Holy War? Yeah, I played this years ago at, we brought it over to Black Sun Games. It was a while ago, but if I recall correctly, it was spaceship combat, and it was so simple. I don't know. It just felt like, I can't believe they made this into a game. It felt like something someone had created in like 10 minutes or something. It wasn't for me. Here's Annihilator and One World. I haven't tried these yet, but I read the rules. I can't remember what Annihilator is about, but One World, doesn't have dice. What it has is blade, stone, and fog, which works kind of like rock, paper, and scissors, and that's how combats are figured out and stuff. Haven't tried it, but kind of looking forward to it because it sounds like such a crazy system. It might actually be cool. Let's see what the next one here is. Hotspot, don't own that yet, so don't know what to tell you. Artifact, I do own. I wrote a review on that for my website. This is, it's alright. It's not a bad game. It's pretty decent. It feels like you're on the moon, and there's a lot of like moon buggies involved in combat. It feels like pickup trucks driving around in Africa with 50 caliber machine guns in their beds shooting at each other. That's the kind of combat it feels like. It was an interesting game though. It was alright. The components were just awful, but the game itself isn't bad. Let's see what else we have here. Dimension Demons. I played this a long time ago. If I recall correctly, there's two maps. One's from part of another dimension or something, and these aren't actually demons, they're aliens, and I guess the humans call them demons for whatever reason, but it was a while ago when I played it. It was fairly decent if I remember. I'll have to play it again when I get a chance. Alright, now the ones coming up are some of my favorites. This one I haven't tried, Lord of the Underearth. But Rommel's Panzers, I got that here. This is a decent World War II game. Very simple, but it's fun to play. Next one. Oops, I keep going the wrong direction because it's such a crazy setup, this book. Ramspeed. This is a great game. It's very simple trireme combat, like naval warfare in the ancient age. Actually, they call it the Bronze Age. It's a lot of fun to play. I decided that eventually, if I get time, I'm going to paint up my... I have some ancient triremes and stuff that I need to paint up, some miniatures, and I want to modify these rules so it can be used with miniatures. I liked it quite a bit. Only problem with the game is, as you can see, the cover, everything in it is just shades of yellow, so it's hard to see the artwork on the cover. It's very strange. Okay, here's Metagaming's best game, in my opinion. Stalins Tanks. We had a lot of fun, me and my friend, playing this game. This is a kind of micro game I could play anytime. I had a lot of fun with it. If you see it for a reasonable price, pick it up. I think you'll like it. And, let's see. They have the Fury of the Norseman here. This is ancient, I don't know if this ancient Viking combat or what. I've been keeping an eye out for this one. The prices on it are kind of ridiculously high, so I'm waiting until I can get it for a reasonable price. But anyhow, that's the catalog. Look at the prices they have here, anywhere from $3.95 to $4.95 for the micro games, and then the box games are 10 or 11 bucks. Boy, I wish the pricing was still like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing this catalog. Thanks for watching.